Hello out there. Here we are with another, well, not actually the gameplay, because I'm going to be leveling up because, well, apparently I had a lot of trouble getting anywhere, and it was supposed to be a Nuzlocke. So, well, let's dive in, and I can do my uh, movie comparison I was talking about before. The original versus the ripoff. Harry Potter versus the Worst Witch. The Worst Witch being the original. Harry Potter being the ripoff. Now, a lot of you probably haven't seen The Worst Witch, even though I told you to, you should watch it before you watch this video. But, anyways, here's the plot of The Worst Witch. You have the protagonist, who's kind of, well, in this case, it's more like Neville, but the protagonist is a student at an all witch school. And actually, in this version, it is an all girl witch school. Now, the, the main villain is trying to take over the school, and the only person that the villain is afraid of is the headmistress, which in this case is her twin sister. And the uh, the hero defeats the villain and saves the school. Sound familiar? It's just a short version, obviously, of the details of the Worst Witch. Sound a lot like Harry Potter, doesn't it? If you watched it, you'll know that it's exactly like Harry Potter. Few differences, but for the most part, it's the same exact thing. Though the biggest difference is it's shorter than Harry Potter. Harry Potter takes 7 books and 8 movies, where this one just takes a hour and a half TV special. At least I think it was originally a TV special. But anyways, let's talk about some of the characters. The headmistress, for example, she's fun-loving, but yet you don't want to cross her either. The headmaster of Hogwarts is fun-loving, but at the same time, you don't want to cross him. Does that sound familiar at all? Like I said, Harry Potter is a ripoff of The Worst Witch. Now, you got the potions teacher, which I can never seem to remember the potions teacher's name from Worst Witch, but she is mean to the protagonist and and nice to a certain other student, but yet when you come to find out, she actually had a lot of faith in the protagonist, the potion master from Harry Potter. Always acted like he hated Harry Potter. We all know his name was Snape, Professor Severus Snape. Severus. But anyways, in the end, it turned out he didn't actually hate Harry. He actually, he loved Harry's mother, Lily, and he had a lot of respect for Harry. I can't say he really loved Harry, but he definitely respected him. And but anyways, now you got the rival, I guess you can character. obviously all-girl school, so if it's going to be a female student in the Worst Witch, she's got blonde hair and completely mean to the protagonist and her friends, especially the protagonist. Well, and tries to get her in trouble at every chance she can get, and even get her kicked out of school. She is rich, arrogant, and yeah, and she's the one that the potions teacher always seems to favor. Okay, let's go to Harry Potter now. The rival character is well, pretty much the exact same. Arrogant, egotistical. Yeah, basically they're Karens. They think they're better than everybody else. Because they are, oh hey, shockingly, the rival is also rich. Yeah. And, oh, the rival is also blonde. And anytime that they should get in trouble, they don't because with the potions teacher because, well, potions teachers always seem to favor them. Right, now you got the, well, in Harry Potter, his name's Draco. Yeah, this is my problem with Worst Witch is I have trouble remembering individual character names. But anyways, you got the uh, broom, broom, flying teacher. Yeah, kind of a hippie, a pop star kind of character in the Worst Witch. Kind of punk rock, that kind of style person. Not really much else to say about her. And same with Madam Hooch, who's the same thing. Well, she's also the Quidditch teacher, Quidditch coach. She pretty much is basically the same as the one, I mean, you get a little bit more personality from Madam Hooch, but again, it's the Harry Potter movies are longer, so you're gonna be able to brush out characters a little more. Hmm. Best friend, well, in the Worst Witch, you barely get to see the best friend very much. So there's not really much to say. Just yeah, she's just there. Ron obviously has a lot more character. Well, there's also Hermione, which is also his best friend. Again, there's just so much to say about them. I can't really do them justice in this, and I probably will do a specifically Harry Potter review at some point. So I can probably do a little bit better detail on them there. But they definitely have a lot more character development than the best friend and Worst Witch. Now you got the protagonist, which, you know, eh, she's actually more, like I said, more like Neville from Harry Potter than she is Harry. She's not very good at magic. Oh, and actually, I do remember her name. Her name is Mildred Hubble. But she's she's a fun character. She actually plays in another movie I might review at some point called The Return to Oz. The actress who plays her. Yeah, but again, there's not really much to say. She's not that bright, but she's determined. That's about it. And let's see, the villain. Well, like I said, the villain is the twin sister of the headmistress, and well, her main goal is to take over the school. It sounds like it used to be her school to begin with, that or she just thinks it's her school. I am not sure. They don't really show like backstories, so we got to assume that the way she talks, she was at one point the headmistress. But something happened, and her sister ended up becoming the headmistress. And it sounds like I guess this was a family-run school, which for the time period it seems to be in, it sounds plausible because it seems like it's from an older time period. And let's see what else. Oh yeah, of course the protagonist. Well, there's a scene where they don't have Quidditch, but they do have to do this aerial performance for the minister, which he's actually called the Grand High Wizard, or is it Warlock? Anyways, and you know, well, the rival character. Well, hang on, got to rewind a little bit. Sorry, my ADHD cutting in there. First off, Mildred accidentally crashed and broke her broom. She's not really that bad of a flyer, but she she had her kitten, which and worst which they all get kittens. They're supposed to get black kittens, but she got a calico, more like, or you know. So yeah, but her cat doesn't seem to want to ride on the broom like a uh, stereotypical witch cat would. So she has it in her bag, and it starts freaking out and causes her to go off balance and crash and breaks her broom. Now, she repairs her broom, sort of, basically like with tape. But, well, she's supposed to have a backup broom, but she's poor. Like, not like Harry, because Harry's actually pretty rich, but more like Ron. It's like they like split this character into multiple pieces when the author of Harry Potter made Harry Potter. But anyways, so her broom's broken, and then they had to do a little competition to see who can actually be in this performance for the Grand High Wizard or Warlock. Anyways, well, they didn't want her to use her broken broom, and she also had not the backup. Well, the rival was like, "Oh yeah, I'll let you borrow my backup." Well, the backup puts a curse on the broom, and it screws up the whole performance. And of course, Mildred gets blamed for it. Now, Harry Potter, he's playing Quidditch. Now, he doesn't get blamed for what happened. Everybody could tell that somebody was jinxing, cursing his broom. But it was basically doing the same thing, going kind of wonky. It actually still ends up going into his favor on it, but eh, everybody seems to love Harry Potter. But anyways, so like I said, there are differences between them, but you can see a lot of comparabilities. Why I say it's Harry Potter is definitely a ripoff. I don't I don't know whether she intentionally did it or not, but the author did rip it off. I don't know how she didn't get copyright infringement on it. because of how close they are. But anyways, let's see. Now, Worst Witch, she gets all upset and she was afraid she's going to get expelled, so she runs off. Well, she runs into the villain, almost gets, you know, taken out herself by the villain, but she actually performs a really good spell that turns them into snails. Now, Harry Potter does eventually beat his villain, Voldemort, in the final book / movie, but he has repeatedly defeated him in many, almost every book. I think there's 3 and 6 he never meets up with Voldemort. Now, I know I haven't said much about Voldemort yet, but he's a villain. He's evil. He wants to take over the school. He wants to take over the whole wizarding world. The author. And I'm going with the Carlin brothers' step on her. They only refer to her as the author. So that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, the author, like I say, expanded a lot on the Worst Witch. Which, yes, to a degree, I do think Harry Potter's a little better because of it. But it's longer. It's got more detail. Anyways, the protagonist gets back to school after she gathers up in a cigar box the snails, and she gets rewarded, and everybody loves her. Kind of like Harry at the end of Harry Potter, where everybody's like, "Ah, Harry defeated Voldemort again," you know. Well, really, there's not a whole lot to say about the Worst Witch, though. The Worst Witch, it's a good movie but it's very dated. I do recommend watching it. It's one of my favorite Halloween movies. Of course, one of the best scenes has the Grand High Wizard, Warlock dude. And actually, he's one of the reasons why I would consider it being better than Harry Potter. Because this actor, I've yet to see anything that he's been in that has been horrible. He always seems to elevate the movie just by being in it. And this is a good example of that. This movie is passable at best, at the best of times. As a kid, I really loved it. Now I'm saying it's just passable, except for when it comes to him. Like I said, he is one of the greatest actors out there, and I am talking about the great Tim Curry. Yes, it himself, Pennywise. The character from Rocky Horror, which I haven't actually watched Rocky Horror, but I know he's in it. Which, if you guys want, I'll watch it and do a review on it if you guys so want me to give my opinion on it. But he also played in a movie called Annie, which I would be surprised if nobody's heard of Annie, because there's been like 3 remakes. There's 4 movies. I think there's 3 remakes. 2 of them are basically a cookie cutter version of it, and one actually is really good, a good update. But anyways, back to Worst Witch and Harry Potter. Harry Potter, of course, has some really great actors in it too. Which, if they were just okay movies, they would still be elevated by these actors. I'm talking about, uh, of course, Warwick Davis, which he's not in very much, but come on, Warwick Davis, one of the greatest, another one of the greatest actors. He played Wicket. He played Willow. Oh man, there's so many different things he's done. Uh, who cares if he's a height challenge or however the politically correct terminology is? I don't want to be offensive because hey, I don't care if how tall you are, how short you are. You're still a person. It's the same with your color, your skin color, your ethnicality. You're a human being, either way. And I'd rather not offend you. And then we got Alan Rickman. He plays Severus Snape. I mean, who doesn't know Alan Rickman? I mean, he's another one of those actors that elevates any movie he's in. I mean, anybody seen Sweeney Todd? Anybody seen Galaxy Quest? Quest itself is not really that great of a movie, but it's got some really great actors in it, and they're fun to watch. But anyways, yeah, Alan Rickman, he actually is one of my favorite villains in an older movie, even called uh, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. It's actually the one of the best Robin Hood movies. Yeah, but anyways, again, Harry Potter is the extended edition of The Worst Witch. Also the ripoff. I really do like The Worst Witch. It was great for its time. It is a bit dated, but you know what? Even if you don't want to watch the movie, even if you don't like the movie at all, I can understand that. It's some of those old dated movies. They're like that. Yeah, they're a lot of newer people. People are used to these newer movies and stuff, and well, it's very dated. The graphics are horrible. There's a scene where actually I'm kind of confused about it. So maybe somebody can explain it to me. They're trying to make a laughing potion, but instead her and Mildred and her friend accidentally make an invisibility potion, or it's supposed to be. It seems like it was invisibility, but it's a little confusing because if you've watched it, you'll notice their feet are like detached from their heads because their heads come back first to visibility, but their feet are not connected somehow? Question mark? Because they each had each other's feet. They were able to walk around on their own. I don't get that. But anyways, the best scene obviously is a Tim Curry scene. It's his, how his song. Actually, even if you don't want to watch the movie, look up the Tim Curry song from it. Oh, what is it called? I love the song, but yeah, it's like one of the best parts of the movie. For I think it's a 70s or 80s movie, and well, in 70s, 80s they get a little trippy. So the scene actually is really cool too, because even though I've never done drugs, I can tell what trippy is. You're probably thinking like, what? You've never done drugs? Yes, I've never done drugs. I know it's a surprise. Most people have tried them at one point in their life. I never have. I have drank on occasion, but other than that, I've not done. I haven't done anything illegal as far as that goes. Drugs are illegal. I'm not going to touch it while they're illegal. They become legal, maybe I'll try them. Here in Ohio, not even weed is legal. But anyways, yes, it is a very trippy scene. It's a great song. I do recommend at least looking it up, giving that a look up on YouTube. You used to be able to find The Worst Witch on YouTube. I don't know if you still can. because, well, they don't really like movies being put up there, but there are some movies you can find for free on there. But yeah, again, I do recommend at least giving Worst Witch a watch. Harry Potter, yes, is better, but it's annoying because it is a ripoff. It is a blatant ripoff of the Worst Witch. Like I said, you watch Worst Witch, you'll understand what I'm saying. It just, yeah. Most of the characters line up perfectly. You just change their gender or give them more, well, you definitely give them more detail in Harry Potter. But, yeah. Yeah, it just annoys me that when everybody talks about Harry Potter, they don't point out the fact that it is a ripoff of an older classic. I call it a classic, yes. It's from the 70s. It's a great movie. I do recommend watching it. I've said that many times already, but still, you know, somebody I once talked to did say that it's J.K. I guess did do a review or interview or something that saying she did not rip it off or she did not was not inspired by that movie. She never even heard of it before. Bull. There's been a TV remake. I think there's even another movie remake. I've never watched either of them, but I know for sure that HBO did a TV remake for a while. Miss Author, come clean. You ripped it off. Anywho, I don't really have anything else to say about it. Obviously, I got more Pokemon I need to level up, so I'll think of another movie and do another review, and we'll be back. Uh, Make sure I save this so I don't screw it up. Alright, well, you all have fun out there.